Welcome everybody to another Big Brain Puzzles. My name is MBW Champion, and today we are playing Fair and Square by James Kopp. And if you are new to this channel and new to this Big Brain Puzzles, the link of the puzzle that I'm about to do is in the description. Please definitely check it out if you're a fan of puzzles. These Sudoku puzzles are like fantastic. And we're going to be playing like a fog of war type style. It's a blind run through, so I could be a genius today and solve this really quick, or I could fail completely. So however you want to watch this video, whether it be pause this video and click the link, do the puzzle yourself, and then see how I do, or you could play alongside me. You can, or just, if you want to just make fun of me while I'm doing this. It's great. It's a great thing. But please like and subscribe. If you do like it a little bit, like this much, then just give it a like. You know, what does it hurt? Like, please? Do I have to get on my knees? Please? All right. But anyways, let's go ahead and go through the rule set. And I'm going to expand it really quick so you guys can see it. So normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in a row and in a column, and then also one of those, any of the grids that are with the bolded square, any of these ones, are digits 1 through 9, and they do not repeat, but then they could be in any order, so normal Sudoku rules. But the grid is covered in fog, so any of these dark gray cells that you see anywhere right here is fog. There actually might be some rule sets under these, but we don't know, without revealing the fog. And the way that you reveal it is that if you place correct digits, it reveals the clues in the surrounding area. So let's just say, for example, if we guess this one, anything that is around that section gets revealed. So obviously the ones that are right here are already white, so it's already revealed. But now any of these dark gray ones right here will now show as revealed, and it might have new like rule sets that we'll soon have to like figure out from there. It's kind of like a cool like quest, if you will. Like I always think of it like an adventure game, kind of like The Legend of Zelda and stuff, which is why I love the Fog of Wars. You'll see me play this a lot on my channel. But adjacent digits along a orange line have a difference of at least 4. So when you're next to, like, let's just say, I can't put a number in because I don't want to reveal fog or not. So I'm just gonna make like a marker. So let's just say that this is 5. So it has to be at least 4 digits from that that section. So if it's 5, then this needs to be 1, because 4 from 5 is that, right? And then this would have to be a 9, for example. So that's how that works. Is basically if it's alongside, it has to be at least 4 digits away from that area. Each orange line is in the shape of a square. So I guess anytime we see these orange lines, it will be in a square. So let's just say like we reveal this one and it's going up and down. It could be a square that goes like this, for example, but it also could be a square that goes like this. We don't know. Unless you see like the corner cut, and then we can be like, oh man, it's a square. But do remember, I guess it doesn't say rectangle. It is square, so that means it's going to be, if it's like this long here, that means it's going to be the same amount like that, so that it could be a square. So good to know. All right, cells separated by black dots are in the ratio of 1 to 2. Not all black dots are necessarily shown. So these black dots that we can kind of reveal right there have to have a ratio of 1 to 2. And I think that's it. So that is the rule set for this puzzle. Again, go ahead and pause the video if you like to play yourself, but we're going to go ahead and start digging in. So let's go ahead and start the timer, and as Mario should say, always says, let's go. Let's go. All right, timer. All right, so I always like to mark these ones. So because these are 1-to-2 ratio, that means that the digits on here are always going to be either a 1, 2, 4, 8, or a 3, 6. In other words, there's never going to be a 5 or a 9 on there. A 5, 7, and a 9. Sorry, there's another digit right there that I didn't see. Which means, I guess that kind of puts that in here. So that means that there's a, what did I say? It was like the 5, the 7, and the 9. Yep, have to be somewhere in here. Reason why I wanted to put that was because I did want to just label that this is kind of actually no. We could still have it right there. Let's not do that. Backspace. Let's not just yet say that. I actually think that this has to be true, but I need to show the logic here first. All right, so where can I go with this? What's difficult is we don't know exactly. We don't have a breakdown of like what this absolutely needs to be. Because it's not like it requires, like, let's just say that this is a 4, 8. This could be a 1, 2. So that means a 3, 6 could be outside of it. And if this is a 3, 6, it could be 1, 2. Yeah, in other words, there's nothing locked in these cells. So I don't think that the answer is going to be particularly here. I think the answer is going to be here. I bet you if we use some sort of logic, like, you know what it probably is? And I did use this as the example. I should have probably saw it when I was explaining it. I was just explaining, like, if this is like the hinge to the adjacent, like if this was a 5, this would have to be 9 and this would have to be 1 because that's, it has to be at least 4 away from that. However, let's just pretend that this is the 5. If this is a if this is a 5, I'm doing this as a hinge, then that means this can either be a 1 or a 9, and then this one would have to be a 1 or a 9, right? But what digit is going to be the same from here to here? Like, let's just say that this one is 1, right? 4 away from 1 is 5, right? So it's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm just showing just so that you could see it. So from 1, 5 through 9 can be in that digit. But if this is 1, that means this is 9. And what's 4 from 9? Well, it's 5. So that means it can't be a 9, 8, 7, 6. So the only digit that this can be is a 5. But we already have a 5 in the grid. So this actually doesn't work out. So this is absolutely not a 5 at any point. And basically, in other words, there's never a 1, 5 in here. Sorry, not a 1, 5. A 5. There's not 1, 5 in there. That's what I was trying to say. So let's get rid of these digits so that we're not confused. So therefore, if there can't be a 5 here, and there can't be a 5 here, and there can't be a 5 here, that means the 5 has to go in here in the grid. Perfect. Okay. Look, it kind of does the same thing, but it's not in the same grid. That's the most important part. So, say for example, I literally just said that this has to be a 1 or a 9, right? What's interesting about this is that if this is a 1, it doesn't require this to be a 1. I mean, a 9. It could still be a 1, which is super interesting. therefore, we're not going to really know which one this is until we figure out, what both of these are. So that's interesting. Because again, if this is 1 and this is 1, then this can be a 5 because it's not in the same grid, 6, 7, 8, or 9. And if these are both 9, then it could be a 5, 4, 3, 2. So in other words, this could be any number. But we do at least know that this has to be a 1 or a 9. Now, it's probably going to feed into this, this black dot, because the 9 is not, it can't have a ratio of 1 to 2, because the only possible solution for that is 18, and that's above 1 through 9. So this is actually a 1. So this is always going to be a 1. I didn't know that we were going to have diagonal squares, by the way. That's actually pretty funny. All right. Anyways, a 1, and then so this has to be a 2. And do we know how much this expands? Oh, actually, it can't expand past that because then the square is going outside. So this square is like this. I'm gonna pencil mark that just so that we know. Same thing here. It's a square, so we know that it has to be that, right? And then now we already know this, so I'm not gonna pencil mark that because I think it's kind of known. In other words, this could never be a 1 because this can't be a 2. Okay, so let's put the possible things in here. I'm gonna put 1 and 2 in here briefly, but I am gonna take it out. This could be, again, because of the 1-2 ratio. These are the solutions that it can be. But again, this can't be a 1-2, so we're going to go ahead and take that out. But because it can't have a 2 in here, this can never be a 1. So we at least know that this is a 3, 4, 6, or 8. Now, this has to be more than 2. Or sorry, 2 plus 4, I mean. So highest that, or minimum that it can be is a 6. So this can't be a 3 or 4. And this adjusts that, so that's not ever a 6 or an 8. It can be a 3 and it can be a 4, so it can never be a 2. So this is going to be a 3, 4 right here. In which, I'm actually going to label this, because it may be important, but if this is a 3 minimum, that means these have to be at least this. Same thing with 4. It's going to be an 8, 9 or 8, 9. Which means this is going to be, like minimum wise, it could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I take back the 5. I was thinking because it could be 9, but since there's 1 right here, the minimum that, or the highest that this could be is an 8, 9, which could never be a 5 here. So there we go. All right, back to the show. So let's try to get this from the 6, 8. So 4 away from 6, 8, we actually can't go up, so we have to go back down. If it was a 6, is there any possible solution that this can be? The only solution that it can be is a 1 or a 2, but we already have that in the grid, so this is actually an 8. All right, and because that's an 8, 4 away from that, this can either be a 3 or 4. And then upwards to that, this is either going to be a 7 or a 9. From here, I just want to make sure that this does fit still. If this is a 7, 4 away from there is 3s, and this is lower than a 3, so that does work. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. It's not yet resolved though what this could be, because this could be a 2, 4 pair or a 3, 6 pair. We're not sure which one just yet, so I wonder if we have enough information for here. I don't think so yet. What we do know is that it's going to toggle The 7 and 9 are definitely going to be in here, which means it's going to toggle. I wonder if that means because it has to toggle, the 4 is never going to be in here. Let me see if I can resolve that. So, and also the 6. The 4 and the 6 can never be in there. I think I understand what I'm trying to say. So, since we know that 7 and 9 have to be in here, it's gonna most likely go high, low, right? Just because if we have, let's just say for example, we have a 9. Like from 4, that means there has to be at least a 5 or 4, right? So that means it's gonna go low because the 5's already taken. So if it's high, it's gonna go low. But if it's low, it also has to go high. So that means the 9 and the 7 are going to be always diagonal from each other, right? Which means these right here are going to correspond to 5 and 9. 7 and 9. So what are the possibilities that this can be, right? It can be, I'm going to label it this way so you can see. It can be a 1. Because obviously 7 and 9 are way past 1. It could be a 2. It could be a 3. But that's it. If it's a 4, for example, 4 plus 4 is 8, and that's past 7, so it can never be a 4, right? So that means we know that the 4 is going to be somewhere here. Well, what goes with 4? 2. So we know that the 2 and the 4 have to be together. In other words, this is never going to have a 2. So we know that the 1, 3 is always going to be in here. So we know that these digits, I'll go ahead and unpencil mark that, are going to be 1, 3, 7, 9. So that means that 8 has to be with the 4. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I totally forgot that there wasn't... I totally forgot that the 8 has to be somewhere. The 8 is here. I was just going to say, I totally forgot about the 8 when I was putting this in there. I was like, wait, where does the 8 go if that's the case? Because I told you 4 was not going to be... Anyways, in other words, there can be a 2 in here because I didn't think about the 8. For some reason, I was only looking at this and I wasn't looking at this. I'm dumb. Anyways, let's erase all this because we know... Actually, it's probably better to explain it this way. This is how we explain it. Okay. If the 4... Yeah, there we go. If the 4 is in here, it can either be a 2 or an 8. We know for sure that the 8 has to be over here. Because we said that this has to go high-low, the 8 can never go in here, meaning the 8 always has to go here. So, this is an 8-4 pair, meaning the 2 can never be in here because the 4 is taken. So the 2 actually is here. So my apologies. The 2 is, in other words, not here because the 4 is here. So this is the 3-6 pair. Sorry about that. Okay. That looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. What was I doing before? All right. And then again, pencil marks. Let's just clean it so that it looks pretty. We know that for sure since the 2 has to be on this side, that means there's never going to be the 1 here. So the 1's here. In other words, 1 is going to go somewhere right here, and the 2 is just going to go somewhere right here. Easy enough. Perfect. Okay. I don't think we have enough to decide what that's going to do here. So I guess we'll go ahead and move on. 1s can go there. I wonder if the 3, 6... Oh, wait. I can fill in this. That was probably where I was supposed to go. I did a whole bunch of calculations here, and I missed the obvious one. It's just my eyes were over here. The eyes, they wander. Okay, so anyways, 1 to 2 ratio. This is a 4. All right. In other words, can this ever be 7? No, because the 4 is right there. So we're gonna answer all this stuff right here. Since this is never 7, this is going to be a 9. This is going to be the 7. And because this is the 7, this can never be the 4. So this is going to be a 3. And Wakalalulu, this can never be the 7 either. So this is going to be an 8. And so this can be the possibility that it could be still either a 1 or a 2. But we do have a lot of good, useful information there. So that's perfect. Because we have the 7 here, 7 can never go here. So this is going to be a 2-9 pair, which means we can go ahead and get rid of our 9 here. Meaning, in the future, 7 is going to go up here. 9 actually sees this. 9 sees this, so this is our 9. So 9 is going to go up here in the future. I can see the future, and I see it's now. This is a 4, so that sees that. So this is the 8. This is a 4. Because that 4 is here. Actually, look at that. We can go ahead and label all these in. This is a triple right here. I guess we can kind of fill this in with like our notes and stuff. I was trying to see if anything was seeing this, but it's not. All right, so 8 is going to come up here. 3 is going to come here. We don't know 5. So I'm gonna place 5 that it can go anywhere here. The 4 has to go here, and the 6 actually is not really resolved either. So these are at least the triple that from that we need here. I was actually surprised that we didn't get that portion. Okay. Anyways. Still could be a 1, 2, so I don't want to resolve that yet. We have another one right here, so again, I'm going to clean this up because I know the 4 and the 8 is here. But it could be a 1, 2, or a 3, 6. Again, it can't be a 4, 8, so these are the solutions that this can be. I'm wondering if, because this has to be a 4, 5, or 6, that means this can never be a 6. In fact, it can never be a 3 either, because 4 away from any of these numbers is not going to have that. I think this is going to actually resolve, because the highest is 6. So what's the closest to this? Well, so it's a 1 or a 2, right? So 3, 6. This is a 1, 2 pair. Because the 4 is seeing that. Yep. And because this is a 1, 2 pair, this can never be a 1. So this is actually a 9. Which makes this a 5. Beautiful. Beautiful, if I don't say so myself. Okay. I have a scene here, meaning since we have a another square here, there can't be a 5 on this square, because if there's a 5, it's on the same grid, and we're going to have that same issue that we had over here where it has to be the same information. Like, it would have to have another 5 in it. So, and plus this 5 is seen this, so we can't do it anyways. So anyways, that means there's no 5 on there, meaning the 5 has to go here at some point, because this 5 is seeing this, right? Which means the 5 is going to go over here. Sweet. 9 Sudoku. Just making marks so that we know in the future, like, where those are going to be. Okay. Because we know that this is not going to have a 5, it is going to go high-low. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if it goes high-low, that means at least one of these have to be a high. But the 8 and 9 are seen here. So, like, I feel like one of these is a 9 or sorry, a 6 or a 7. I just noticed that because the 1 and 2 is seeing this, how can this have a high-low without a 1 or a 2? I think that means that either there's a 1, 2, or 4 up here, and the 3 is down here. There could be a possibility that the 3... No, the 3 has to go here. Anyways, what I'm trying to work out is, because I know it goes high-low, right? Because the 1 and 2 and the 4 are already on this row, what's the only low number that there is? It's a 3. So we know the 3 actually goes here. Because we know the 3 is there, we know that the catty corners to those, 3 plus 4, has to be a 7, 8, or a 9. Well, the 8 or 9 is seeing this row too. So that means that this is a 3, 7. Because again, there has to be another high on this row, and it can't be a 6 because that's too close to 3. So this is a 3, 7, meaning this is our 6. That was crazy logic. I really like that. That was pretty cool. I felt smart for once. Just kidding. I'm not kidding. Anyways. Okay. So from 7, can this ever be a 4? No. So the 4 actually does not go here. The lowest that this can be is a 1, 2. So this is either going to be a 1, 2, or if it goes the other way, it's going to be a 8 or a 9. And the 9 is right there. So it's going to be an 8. All right. So good. I like that. What that does mean is that there's no 4 in here. And 4 is seeing this. So that means there is a 4, 5 pair right here. Meaning the 4 is going to be over here in the future. And then we can... I don't think we can just yet resolve this. Yeah, because we just don't know the 1 or 2 and where it places, but good. Okay. This is good, though. What we do know is that the 6 does have to go here, because there can never be a 6 in here. And that's all we know. Maybe let's shift our focus more back to this. This could never have a 4 in it. So this is a 6. Well, we can go ahead and fill this in. And then this is a 8, 9, or 6. Gotta get rid of it. Rid of those pencil marks. Okay. Okay. And because this is a 6, this can be a 1 or 2. And this also has to be a 1 or a 2 as well. Meaning there's no other 1, 2s in any of these ones. But this one too is seeing this again. So this is going to be a 7, 8, or 9. We know based on this, 9 is definitely going to go somewhere here. 6 is seeing that. 5 is going to go down here somewhere. 4 here. I thought we were going to get something down here, so I guess it's not populating like I thought it was. Trying to look anywhere else, but yeah, I'm gonna ignore that for a second. Okay, let me go back to here. So the 1 is seeing this. We know that there has to be a 1 somewhere here, meaning 1 has to go somewhere here. Doesn't really tell us too much on that. Same thing with 2 though. 2 is gonna be here. Oh, actually, we don't know that there's gonna be a 1 here, because we're not sure if this is going to be a 1 or a 2. Right. Right. Okay. Well, the 6. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. All these numbers right here, because they're not yet set anywhere, all these are actually it's a triple. That's super interesting. Which means we're gonna know what these numbers are. It's gonna be a 7 and a 3. Which is super cool here. That's super interesting. But what that does tell us is, again, this is never going to be a 7. So no 7 there. And so the 7 is going to go here. It didn't change anything here. But what's kind of cool is we know that this is going to be a 3, 7 up here. Huh. That was odd. Like the way that kind of formulated. Let me see. Does the 6 say anything here? Like if the 6 is not here, 6 is not here. Yeah, it's not really resolving anything, but like it's at least showing us something. Maybe if I go back to 8. 8 is seeing this, so there has to be an 8 up here. Three can go anywhere here. I feel like it has to do with this. I'm just trying to figure out. Because again, we know that there's an 8 there. It's not going to tell us if it's going to be a 1 or a 2. That's the problem. Maybe this correlates with this. Like if this was a 2, that means this would have to be a 1. But if this is the 1, this is the 2. No, I don't think it's linked to each other. Because it is possible to do it in either way like that. So, yeah. Interesting. Okay. Um, let me go back here. So if this is a 3-7, we know that this has to have a 4 in it, has to have an 8 in it, has to have a 9. So those are the possibilities that this can be. Because that's taking all the possibilities, I'm going to go ahead and take out the information here. Maybe we could figure out this one. That would be interesting. Let me see. Let's see if we can figure this out. So the 1 can go anywhere here. The 2 can also go anywhere here. Damn. Yeah, I guess so. 3. Because the 3's seeing this. 4, we know it's up here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I hate to pencil mark this, but like I feel like I need to. Wait. I was just gonna say, since this has a 3 in it, is there any possibility that this can be a 1, 2? I mean, sorry, if any of these can be a 1, 2. Because if it is a 1 or a 2, well, obviously it's not this one. If these are a 1 or a 2, this is the opposite, which makes this a 6, and this a 1 or a 2. But that means that's 6, 3. That does work. Dang. Okay. I thought I was getting somewhere, but no, that didn't check out. Hmm. I feel like it's something simple. Like maybe, do you think I need to color code like which one this is going to be maybe? I wonder. Like, I don't think it does anything. Like, I'm just trying to think, like, if this is a 1, and or let's just say that this is green and this is blue. If the green one would have to go, like, here, meaning there has to be a green one here. And then this one blue, which could be any of these. Yeah, no, that doesn't do it. Shame. Shame. Oh man. What am I not seeing? Like I felt like we're flowing through this puzzle and then like this part is stumping me. Um let me go back to 1. So if 1, maybe this does help. I didn't think about this. Okay, let's think about this possibility. Whether it be a 1 or a 2, let's just pretend it's a 1. That means the 2 has to go here, right? And if this is a 2, that means the 1 has to go here. Because again, we already kind of had the solutions. Can this be a 1 or a 2? Because this has to go high, low, that means either the 1 or the 2 is going to be on the bottom. In other words, the 1 and the 2s are here. It can't be anywhere else. Meaning this digit, what can this digit be? Well, it can't be a 1 or a 2 because we already just said that the 1 and the 2s are here in the row. And it can't be a 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, or 9 because they're all kind of housed here. So the only possibility that this can be is a 6. And that's our solution. There we go. All right. That was the kicker that we needed to figure out. The other one too is going to go here then, meaning 1 and 2 is here. So there is no 1 or 2 in here. I mean, we can kind of solve that by that, but yeah, in other words, that's the reason why. That is the reason why that happens. Okay, now that we know this, there's another square here. We'll label that like that. Can this ever be a 4? If it is a 4, that means there has to be an 8 or a 9 next to it, right? But the only possibilities that this can be is a 1, 4, or 7. So that means this can never be a 4. So that means this is a 2, 7, meaning this is our 4. Because this is a 1 to 2 ratio, that means we know that this is going to be an 8. I accidentally labeled both of them. My bad. Anyways, this is going to be an 8. And because this is another 1 to 2 ratio, we know that this is going to be a 6. And we know that this is going to be a 3 because the 9 couldn't have a 1 to 2 ratio in there. So that's a 9. I'll clean this up a little bit so that we can see. We can see with our own 2 eyes. Right. Okay. Can this be 7? It can actually be 7. If this is 7 right here, because it goes on another grid, this actually still can be a 7. So I just wanted to make sure, because 7 could have been up here, for example. So that's why I wanted to make sure. And 3 can still be in there, even though there's 7, because 3 plus 4 is 7. So that still checks out. Only other possibilities that this can be is a 1, 2, and that still works. Okay. All right. Good there. Good, 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 good. All right. Because we made some progress city here, there is another square that got appeared. Make that one green. Actually, we already have a green. Let's make that... no, we already have that. Let's make it yellow. It's a yellow one. Okay. Well, we know that there can't be 5 in here because we just established, here and here, that we can't have a 5 in the grid at all because it's just going to complicate things because it needs another 5 in it. So it has to cross grids, but this one doesn't. So since we know this one doesn't cross grids, there is no 5 in here, so that means the 5 is going to be here. We do not yet know if that is going to help at all, but whatever. So we know that it's going to go high-low because we know that there's no 5 in there. So if it goes high-low, I'm trying to see if there's anything that helps here. But not really. We know that the 1, 2 is not going to be here. And since again, we know that there's a high-low, that means there has to be a 3 or 4 in here somewhere. Since we know the 3 is here, we know that there's going to be... We don't know for sure there, but here I meant. But anyways, we know that there at least has to be a 3 or a 4 here. I'm going to try to figure out if it's possible to have a 4 in just a moment. But then this can be a 1 or 2. I'm just marking like what can be in here as far as lows. We know at least this side has to have a 3 or 4, and this one can be any of them. But this 3, obviously. Okay. Because this one... Actually, let me do the 4. If this is a 4, what are the possible solutions that this can be? It's an 8 or a 9, right? Can this be an 8 or a 9? Can't be an 8, but it can be a 9. If this is a 9, that makes this an 8. So this can never be a 3 in that scenario. Okay. So that's a 9, that's an 8. That should make this a 9. Which should make that an 8. I mean, that does work. So 4 is possible. What about 3? That means we can either have 7, 9, 7, 8, 9. So that works. Okay. I'm trying to think if I should keep my pencil marks here. I don't want to confuse anything. In other words, oh man, yeah, I don't want to confuse. I promise not to pretend that I think the 3s have to be in here, in other words. Actually, I am going to delete it. Okay. I at least know that one of these have to be a 3 or 4. I'm going to at least remember that. I I gotta remember. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else I can find. I know the 3 is gonna go here at some point. Um, 7 we don't know yet. So that's gonna be the one trickster one. Seven and 9 is gonna go anywhere there. Okay. Maybe we're supposed to come back over here. We know for sure that the 3 and the 7 have to be in this column. There is a 1 or a 2. There is a 1 or a 2. Reason why I'm scratching my head here, or, figuring out something, is let's just say that this is a 7. If this is a 7, what high number goes here? Well, the 6, and then if we say 7 was right here, 6, 7, 8, 9, they're all there. So that means this would not be possible because we know that there has to be another 1 or a 2 here. So there's never like another high number. So this can never be 7. If this is a 3, this does work because that means the other 7 is here, and then the 1, 2 can be here, and that does work. So this is either a 1, 2, or 3. Or this is a 1, 2, 3, 7. But what that does kind of tell us too is that the 7s are up here. What I'm hoping is, can we say that the 7 is anywhere here? Like, for example, if the 7 is here, that can be a 3, that can be a 1, 2, 8, 9. So that does work. This doesn't work with 7 being here because if 7 goes right here, I did say that this has to have a low number, right? 1, 2s are taken. So 4 would be the only possibility, but 7 with a 4 can't happen. So this can never be a 7. So the 7s, in other words, are here. I'm trying to see, is it possible? So this is possible to have a 7, 3, 8, or 9. This could be any, like an 8 or 9. And then a 1, 2. Yeah, so 7 can go here. I was trying to see if we can place the 7, but I guess it's not working out smoothly. That's unfortunate. Man, I thought I had that one. Okay. What we do know though is the 7 is going to be a diagonal here. We just don't know if there's a 3, 1, or a 2 there. Dang. I was really hoping for that one. All right. Well, since we do have a solution on what those are, I wonder if anything got revealed here. So like the 4s can go here. Yeah, I'll label it. I didn't want to label it, but also the 8s. That's interesting. 8s go somewhere here. Because the 5 also goes... It can go anywhere, actually. It's too much. Actually, it's going to be all the... That's all the numbers anyways. Because we know the other caddy corner is going to go somewhere in there. Unfortunate. Dang, I'm so bummed that didn't spell out anything. All right, whatever. Let's see here. Can this have a 6? I know I went the 4 route. Let's see if this could be a 6 at all. Okay. So 6 can't go here, can't go there, blah, blah, blah. So 6 would have to go up here. So for a 6 to work, that means there has to be a 1 or a 2 here, right? However, the 1 or 2 is seeing this, so that means 1 or 2 has to be here. So, in other words, for this to be a 6, it has to go 1 or 2 right here. That's not possible because it shows that. So can the 6 be here? Well, that means it still needs to be a 1 or a 2. But the 1 or 2s are taken here. This is the route that I was supposed to go. Because of that, 6 is always here. So that means 6 is not here. This is our 6. Should have did that earlier. And then right there, this means that there's no 5 in it because there's a square. So the only possible solution for 5 is here, which means this is our 1, this is our 5. I'm going to get rid of all of that, but I'm going to put the 5 in first. I'm going to clean up a little bit. Ooh, my bad. Anyways, 5 comes down here to see that, blah, blah, blah. Again, I'll clean this up. And that works out. Okay. All right. Actually, oh no, it's right there. Okay. All right. We're getting closer. I feel like this is like we're at the very tail end, which is amazing. I like this puzzle so far. Okay. So we know that there has to be a 4 in here, in which there has to be a 8 or a 9 next to it. So since we know the 8 and 9 have to be somewhere right here, where does the 9 go? 9 goes here, 9 goes here, so the 9 has to go here. Since we know that there has to be a 4 in here, 4 has to go here, meaning the only solution that this can be is an 8, meaning the 8's over here. And then from here, what can this possibly be? It's either a 1 or a 2. My God. It's not a 3, by the way, because the 3 has to go in this column. That's the reason why I didn't say that it was going to be 1. All right. Clean this up a little bit. All right. All right. But what this does tell us is, since the 8 is here, that means we do know that the 3 goes here, 7 goes here, 3 goes right here, 7 goes right there. All right. Closer. We're getting there. All right, what this does mean though is that the 4 is not here, so that means this is our 3. Meaning this is a 2. This is our 1. This is our 3. This is our 7. This is our 7. This is our 2. This is our 1. So we know the 1's going to go here because it has to go high low. 2, 1, 2. This is our 6. This is our 2 because we have everything listed right there. That's 1, 2, 9, 2, 7 because it has to go diagonal. 1. Perfect. Actually, we can already kind of see where this is going to go. The only solution that this can be is a 3, 6 pair, or oh, I'm sorry, not 6. 6s are right there. 6s are down there. What the heck am I talking about? It's a 3, 1 pair. My bad. 1 is seeing this. So back to here. 3, 1. Because this has to be a 5, 6, 7 triple, that means this is our 7, meaning our 7 is going to be here. 3 is going to come here. I think the rest of this is just going to be Sudoku. So we just need to kind of plug and play. Well, actually, this one's like already solved completely. So 8, 8, 9, 8, 4, and yeah, the rest of it's Sudoku. No, I really like this puzzle. This puzzle was I don't know why I'm not seeing it. It's 9, right? Yeah, 9. This puzzle was super cool. The square and like like the way that it affected with the 5 and stuff like that was definitely like a good key element. But I really like these puzzles because they're basically like adventure style puzzle, and again, it just reminds me of Zelda. Like I like challenging myself with these. I know when I was reading the rules, that's the reason why it has that, and my timer has 57. But anyways, so that's the puzzle. And honestly, this was fair and square. I have to admit that was a really good puzzle. I love the dynamic that of like when it goes through the grid, and when it doesn't, because then you can kind of play around with the 5s and stuff like that. But like, no, I really like the journey of this puzzle. It was different from what I thought it was going to be. I don't know what I was thinking that it was going to do. I don't know why I was thinking that there was going to be like math involved with this one, even though there's not any killer Sudokus or anything. But like, for some reason, that's what I was imagining. But then I was like, actually, this is flowing pretty cool because of the high-low portion. I guess I should have thought about that. But anyways, hopefully you guys did the puzzle as well. And if you did, leave a comment to see how fast you did it, or whatever you want. But if you did like this, even an ounce, even a centimeter, then please like the video. Like we're going to be doing this every other Sunday. I'll post big brain puzzles again every other Sunday so that you guys can enjoy. But until next time, I do want to thank you guys so much for watching another big brain puzzle. Again, we play video games on this channel. We do tons of stuff. Zelda, all that, there's a whole bunch of things on this channel. So check it out. Again, if you like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.